Friday, I believe. It's hard to keep track of what day it is, but I'm pretty sure it's Friday.
Friday, the 18th of June. Terry just zoomed ahead of us. Haven't seen Matt and Arch yet. Another beautiful morning in the desert. Cool breeze out, but the sun is shining and the flies are just starting to revive after their whatever they do overnight. I don't know what flies do, just sit somewhere sheltered, I guess. Wait to come alive and pester us again.
Just leaving camp, 9 o'clock. We're pretty much not planning it, but seem to be leaving at pretty much 9 o'clock every morning. Just by chance. It's not planned that way, it just seems to be working that way.
We were about 170 odd kilometers east of Dalhousie. So we'll have another day in the desert today before the push to Dalhousie tomorrow. Pretty difficult finding a camp yesterday. We had to do a lot of zooming around up and down the swales of the dunes, but we got there in the end. That's the beauty with the bikes. We can zip out quite quickly, check things out, whereas with a car it's such a long drive out, and if you don't get anything then you've got that long drive back to the track again. Drones work pretty good for that as well.
Just creeping our way out from camp out to the French line so we can head west again.
I think we might have some more challenging dunes today, which might be a bit of fun. Me and Jill are having a ball, especially with the challenging dunes.
There's Terry. Their helmet comms, they said, have been just an absolute game changer, and they wouldn't travel without them again, I don't think. Makes it a lot more fun and a lot safer. And there's dune number 1 of many today.
Audio 4 vehicles and 3 bikes heading west on the French line. Any eastbound traffic?
I'm going straight up. Copy, copy. Yo! Hey, Arch. Where's my hose? Thank you. 2 kilometers to Tired Camp. I wouldn't mind just out checking it out, seeing what it looks like. I should say, Arch, the cars will be making pretty good time in this. Not like that Mowgli shit at the beginning.
Yeah, you could see the moguls had taken the toll on the shorty yesterday, though.
he was over it.
The wheelbase is your friend through them.
All good at the back. Just went back to an old campsite back from our 2013 bike trip. This was called Tired Camp because I was cactus after the ride. I think Dad was pretty tired from driving the truck too, to be honest. But it's kind of cool just to go back to those old campsites and see what they were like. That one was pretty barren and sparse, like most of them in the middle of the desert here. Hello, track. Going straight up. Oh yeah. It's actually easier going straight up and over on those when you get the opportunity. Coming up to another old camp of mine called Dead Dog Camp. I had to go the bloody right track because I was catching a gob full of sand. We're coming into the big sucker section of the Simo. So right in the middle of the French, well, maybe not dead middle, but sort of on the western end of the middle of the French, you get some quite high dunes, and there's multiple tracks you can take up them. I dare say the cars will be having a bit of a conversation about that this evening. Yeah, we're coming. Don't f*** yourself, mate. Coming, Arch. Yeah, she's pointing downhill. Whoo, that's a tall one. Here, let's skull the front end of the bike. Into the... Radio, boys.
Stand around. bird stuck in the crankcase.
let me pull your ass over, Arch. Hang on. Righto. And here he comes. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful ride. Beautiful.
Got a big left-hand turn in the top of that one.
Thanks, Akeem. I like those.
Getting a bit flatter between dunes.
Oh, you got off the third gear at one stage. Funny hell.
Love that third gear.
Oh yeah. I'm in it now.
Got a pretty big tune up here. I'm going to go left-hand line.
There we go. Big left-hander. So good. Love those S-bends. Woo! It's very bumpy through there.
Bouncy!
Go, June Raper.
Okay, here I go. See if I can make it. I do not want to get stuck.
So close, baby.
Oh God. Take 2, Jill. I've never driven in sand that soft. It was very uncomfortable. I did not like it.
You did really good.
Thank you. Everybody's doing awesome.
All right, I'm going to give it a crack.
Nah. Woo! Good that you made it up. Awesome. Got some sand in the car, got some sand on the car. Hakeem's gonna have another go.
After everyone got up, the two scooters decided to go back to the bottom and have another crack. Now, before the fun police get on their soapboxes about wrecking the track for everyone, there are two approaches to these big dunes. The hard line, which is where these guys are playing, and an easy line for those that prefer.
Had like 5 of these in the bottom of each foot. They hurt a lot. They threw my Crocs. You can't drive with those stuck to your feet.
It looks really soft, Kim. You'll be right, Kim.
Should I do it?
Go, Kim! Woo!
All right, I'm coming. Nope. I'll go this way.
Well done.
Oh, second gear. Jacob in the big 80. We got Kim in the patrol. I guess the 4th day in the desert, come across some pretty big dunes today, big and soft. But the girl's giving it a crack.
Good go, Kim. Show the other one. I was not ready. Woohoo! You're over.
I stole it.
Woohoo!
Just kind of pretty cool sand dune. We're having a pretty fun day on the tracks. They've all told us to go the middle one, so we're just going to go first high and give it a few berries. That seems to be the trick. So yeah, a bit of in-cab footage.
Easy, mate. You're eating it up.
Yeah, she loves it. Awesome.
What about up the top of that dune in front of us, boys? We might get a breeze up there. Looks like a big one with a nice open area. Oi. Ah. Stay. Oh, you. Yeah, I'm good. I might push it up there to that little Spinifex clump. I'll stay there. After pulling up, we managed to get in touch with the support crew to work out a lunch stop plan. We found that they were still about 15k or over an hour away from us, which would work out great for timing. We decided to take a run south down the Colson track to Linney Junction on the QAA Line. Because the track runs between the dunes and the swales, it's a very easy run. We were in top gear traveling 80-90 kilometers an hour. It was great to stretch out our legs on this section as it was very easy riding and you get an amazing cool breeze blowing over you as you fly along. Once we got to Linney Junction, we did a U-turn and headed back to the French line where we met up with the support crew just west of the Colson Track French Line Junction. Bring on lunch.
It's about lunchtime. We've still got about 15 k's to go to meet up with the boys on the Colson Track. I don't know if they're waiting there for us or they're going to keep moving on, but last radio communication we had, that's where they were. We've had some doozies of dunes today, but we're doing all right. Me and Jill haven't been able to make it on some of them. Some of them we're getting stuck right on the very top, but we're managing to get ourselves out of the fog. We haven't needed any help. Was that pink thing on the track, Jill? Or is that something of yours or Hakeem's?
I think it was just a red cloth. You think Cody dropped his bloody G-banger or something on the middle of the track?
I was wondering. I just didn't want to say it.
Yes, and if you've watched episode 2, that was my little red rag. And this little red rag that I used to clean my glasses and shit blew out from in front of the Speedo.
Seatbelt. See? Cody's driving the King's car at the moment.
We're getting close now to where the guys are pulled up past the Colson track for lunch. Cody's still driving. 1:04 p.m. on the French line, and they said we're to keep our eyes peeled for a Tesla charging station up ahead. So someone's got a good sense of humor. Cody and I are smelling pulled pork that the curling camp's having for lunch. Hakeem can see Terry and Terry can see Hakeem by the sounds of it.
Getting tired, needing a break. And they're bumpy. Oh God. No worries.
Didn't realise you were waiting for us down here.
Oh, that's all right.
How you going?
Good. You got some doozies ahead of you.
Which way are you headed?
West.
Oh,
It's pretty good.
yeah. So you guys obviously got support.
Yeah, mate, yeah.
Yeah, pussies.
We're out having fun, not working.
Yeah.
Nice one. We're Jafffa Adventures.
Jaffa?
Jaffa. J-A-F-F-A.
All right, excellent. I'll check you out.
Good stuff.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
That's hilarious. Tesla charging station. Here we go. Someone out here just west of the Colson track had a sense of humor. They've put a Tesla electric vehicle charging station. The flies are friendly. We've stopped and we're having lunch. The guys had to wait a long time for us. They were miles ahead.
There's our boys. Bye-bye.
Just had ourselves a bit of lunch and we are now back on the road. So we'll probably travel for another 20 odd kilometers or so and then start looking for camp. Got Arch up in the lead and Maddie's behind him and I'm bringing the tail. It always takes a few minutes to get your sand legs back after you pulled up. At least it does for me. Maddie just said to all of us. And one thing that we do not do is we don't have beers at lunch, because it's hard enough staying on these buggers bloody sober rather than having a beer in your belly. Yep, going right. That looks nasty to the left. Or up.
Just switched drivers. Cody's back in. He's missing out on too much fun. Honestly. Here we go. Cody driving. You going up the straight one? Yep, here we go.
Oh my goodness, it gets soft at the top.
What did it say?
Hey!
What did it say?
You always said you wanted some melons, mate.
Yeah.
3.
So what do you got there, Jacob?
Yeah, this is melon number
And-
3.
And what's it say?
This one says you, Jake.
Okay, what?
Hakeem, he hit a couple of melons with some funny faces on them around my car. So once I finished having a shower, there's all these melons with these frowny faces on them. And then I thought I'd found them all, and I, relaxed and get myself a drink, opened the fridge, and there's another melon.
Well played, boys. Well played.
What's going on here, Jill?
Harry can't hear or see, but he's not sleeping. No.
Out like a light.
Sun's just coming up and it's casting a beautiful orange glow on the dune that's facing it. Everybody's sitting around the fire having a bit of a yarn, catching up on all the happenings of yesterday, all the sleep habits of the night before. Very, very cool. Lovely, crisp, probably 4 or 5 degrees out as well. Stunning.
Here comes Granny.
He obviously makes a bit of
Are you warm?
Very warm.
You look very warm. It's all about being smart, isn't it, Tennille? It is. I don't know what they're on about.
You like him up?
It happens. Wait till you get old.
Wait till you get to my age, child.
Earl in camp. Sir Archibald over there.
Coffin.
His coffin, he reckons.
You get much content. My coffin, yes. A little bit snug.
Cozy, Arch.
Very cozy. A little bit damp in the morning, a little bit of condensation overnight.
Jacob and Cody. The King's crib. And the Kings. Hey, Gilly. How nice fire.
What's up, Matt?
Okay, Mum was doing his truck check this morning and noticed that his rear tyre was down, so he threw a gauge on, only had 16 pound. What'd you start off with, mate? 18?
Started with 18 and had 6.
Oh, sorry, 6 pound. My
pound,
bad.
Yeah.
So we've been fortunate enough. We've pumped it right up and we've found the hole. So
Excellent.
where the reamer is, there's a little hole. We're going to bang a plug in it and then we'll be on our way. All right. Who's got muscles?
What do you need me to do? Just wander in?
Just get it in there, mate. We just got to make the hole bigger. I'll prepare the needle. Yep.
Flies are coming to life.
What could that have been? Anything?
Stick.
Stick?
Yeah. Nothing to stress about.
Cool.
I have been known to push them all right the way through.
Want me to put my foot in the middle of your back, Matt?
Wouldn't be the first time.
That's fun.
Beautiful.
I'm getting too old for this shit. Okay, in that little kit there should be a blade.
Where are the rest of the melons?
Hakeem got in the truck during truck check and found a giant melon behind his seat. That would have been comfortable. Oh, 2 back there.
2 melons.
I only lose 2 pounds.
Only lose 2 pounds.
Excellent.
Not bad.
Jeez, I'm slacking it off for the old age, I tell you.
Thanks heaps, fellas.
Back off on morning of day 6, is it, boys? So we're about 10 kilometers from the Rig Road French Line Junction, where we'll probably have a stretch and maybe push on to Perney, and then back. By the time we get back to the Rig Junction, the cars should be there and we'll help the girls air up. Arch is up in front, I'm in the middle, and Matt's behind me at the moment. Lots of moguls on the back sides of these dunes. Again, we got that beautiful cool early morning, so the sand's quite compacted, not as soft and fluffy, so it does make for a bit easier riding. Oh yeah, we'll need to warn everybody when we get to Dalhousie to put their shit away for the night. I hopped back one year from Dalhousie to Birdsville on 1 foot, straightening it out, Matty. Let Arch just get a bit up in front of me. I find I'm watching his back tire again. That's it. Good launcher. I think it said you, Matt.
This is a new plaque we've never seen before, so I've stopped to film it and find out what it is. I thought the French Line was named after a French petroleum type company that was out here exploring. Yeah, they were doing surveying, so there you go.
Mate, if we had a sheet of paper and a pen, I'd go back there and put you, Jacob, on that. We're on the rig. Pull up for a stretch and a drink.
Another nice camp spot we had last night. Always looks pretty average when we pull in, but once we've set up and built a campfire, it's always 10 out of 10. Just got to get out onto the track.
Did anybody drop a pin there? No. I would if I could. How do you know it?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that. Should get to Dalhousie today by just after lunch, so that will be wonderful. Set up camp and go and have a swim.
4 vehicles heading west on the French line, 3 bikes ahead of us that are also in our convoy.
Matt had a look under the car this morning. The other day I was saying there was a bit of clunking under my foot. So the sway bar bolts of one is come loose and on the other side they're actually gone. He says it'll be okay though till Dalhousie. See if he's got some bolts to back on him.
There's the pig melons on the track. Excellent.
Seeing animal tracks and sand and spinifex and Jono bushes. Not a lot of flowers in this section, which I'm grateful for Kim, because the wattle has set off her allergy. Something shocking. She's had a headache for days. Her head is under big pressure, but it hasn't stopped her from having fun and being an absolute trooper. She's killing it. She's driving a manual truck, and that's very hard work. Probably about 5 kilometers from the rig road now. Been on the road nearly a half an hour. Probably traveling along 10 kilometers an hour. So I'll be there in a half an hour. See, Jill can do maths, contrary to popular opinion. So much fun. We did some really big dunes yesterday. Kim and I are proud of ourselves for the efforts we gave. You know, we haven't done any of this kind of stuff before. We've ridden along as passengers, but it's obviously not the same thing.
We all still awake?
There she is. We were psychic. I was thinking
Yeah,
about
we're
you
still
too,
bobbing along.
Kim. Passed some LCMs to Hakeem and to Neil and said to them, why did the LCM cross the road? It was stuck to the chicken's foot. I love that joke. I don't know why, it just cracks me up. That was in a packet of LCMs when our children were little, and we just absolutely cacked ourselves. Loved it. I'm sure the boys are waiting for us up at the rig road. Heck, they could go off and explore and still be miles ahead of us. I'm sure they'll do twice as many kilometers as us today. Arch's neck is still a bit sore from his endo that he did early on in the trip. His back is feeling better, and he's an absolute champion trooper. I'm sure it's causing him much more pain than he lets on. He's had some physio cream and some Advil before setting off again and hitting the road.
Jafffa Adventures, got a copy? Yeah, Terry, I got you.
What's the GO again?
They're waiting at the junction for us.
We're setting up for a photo opportunity here. We're at the junction of the rig and the French. Yeah, we're just having a bit of difficulty balancing the helmets on the signs because of the bloody wind. Matt's had to do a bit of improvising here. Just keep the bike upright. Stand number 1, stand number 2.
I think Jacob's got a fuel leak on the seam of the little tank. He's dripping at a pretty good rate.